As you guys could have already probably seen from the beginning of the video, I recorded that I think weeks ago, maybe a month ago. My hair was in an afro, so it wasn't that long ago. I'd say almost about a month. But we're going to be making some kits. I mean, trying out crocheting kits. This yarn right here, it's very nice. I actually like this yarn. I was trying to figure out what type of yarn this is. It's so nice and bouncy. It's barely like, I'm getting off track. We're trying out 3 kits. I would have said 4, but I don't feel like doing the Piglet Disney character one. Like, it already took me so many days to do the Easter basket itself because it was so hard to do. It wasn't hard. Like, if you know how to crochet, it's not hard. I mean in terms of like doing single crochet, and then you have to increase to get this right here. I named her Maple, by the way. She's our beautiful black light-skinned girl. One thing you guys will find out about me is that every time I get something really cute like this, I will name it, and then I will make an OC out of it. I can probably put her right here because I don't know how to, well, I'm not gonna say I don't know how to draw. It's just that I don't really get anatomy, nor do I feel like studying anatomy. And it's just not my hobby. It's just not my thing. Yeah, that's Maple. She lives in the South. If she was a real person. In my world, none of this real life stuff exists. Like, in the sense that, anyways, there's Maple. I named her. I think I can show you on the pattern thing. I'm gonna say, is it recording? I'm just sitting here talking to myself. I know some people like to just sit in front of the camera and do nothing. What is this? Oh, a whale? I thought I saw something in my face. Like, you know, whatever. That's the picture down there at the bottom. If it would clear up. Whatever. That's that little whale dolphin thing. This one, I know what this one is. Star. Yeah, it's literally a star. So I literally don't have to show you what it looks like, but I'm going to anyway so you guys can see what the finished product is supposed to be. Even though you guys are going to already see it from me too if anybody's actually watching. We're going to pretend. That right there. Sorry, my fingers. Little star. You can barely see that shape. That's what we're doing, working on the kits. And since I already went ahead and did a lot of the Easter basket off camera, I kind of altered it a little bit. Instead of it being like small and skinny, I kind of made it bigger because I wanted to get rid of my red box. And as you can see, I've been crossing all of those out, but I had to make a little detour because I added more. Not only did I make it wider, but it is quite short. Now, I could have probably went up a little bit more for it to be as high as that, but I didn't feel like it. It was already tedious enough to change it the way that I did. So once I got to the end of the thing, I learned a new stitch. It's called a crab stitch, and I'm like, oh, the crab stitch is kind of, it's stupid, but it's like, it's really cool. You can do a lot with a crab stitch. Now that I know that a stitch exists, I'm like, there's a lot of stitches I didn't know existed. Like, I know how the adjustable ring works. Magic rings are not hard to do. They're not hard to do. And then there's a slip knot. We know that. The chains, the slip stitch, the single crochet, the half double, the double crochet, the treble, the increase. I'm still trying to learn how to do increases and decreases because I thought it was the same. But at the same time, it's, well, increases, they're pretty straight to the point. They're not really that hard to do, I guess, depending on what you make. But anyways, what the fuck kind of stitch is that? Afghan stitch? I don't. Anyways, crocheting into the back loop, the front loop, fun, cool. Switching your work around, cool, fun. I learned about a crab stitch. A crab stitch, it was fun to learn. I think I'm still trying to learn how to do decreases because apparently decreases are different for each stitch. Like if you're doing a single crochet, explaining it would be hard, but like when you're doing a single crochet, it's going to be different from when you're doing a decrease for a half double crochet, a double crochet, or a triple crochet. They're all different. God damn it. Okay. A whip stitch. Is there any more stitches I need to learn about? I do have a crocheting book in my closet. It is halfway open. I don't know if you guys can see that over there, but it's a little open. There we go. The crab stitch was fun to learn. I like how I went on YouTube instead to learn the crab stitch rather than just looking at the instructions that were already provided for me to make the basket. But I learned more through action rather than pictures. Action? Yeah. These are all, this is all the stuff here. For the little walrus whale thing, and then the star with this disgusting neon yellow. We got this and the rest. I don't know why there was like a whole nother part of this inside of a ball like this, but we got some more of these for the ears because I already did the basket. I can show you guys the basket. I just gotta take my stuff from out of there. And then no one cares about the scissors. Got some white and we got these smaller colors. Hold on. Oh my god, where's the blue ball? Oh, right here. Yes, guys. Oh my gosh, we're like so prepared. So how was your day? I freaking hate that train behind me. My train was never supposed to look like that. I literally just gave up. The train was supposed to be beautiful and detailed and look like the train that I made up for my freaking the world I go to for hula. It's okay because I'm gonna take that off the wall and I'm going to conveniently crochet me some clouds, hot glue them on there, and then I'm gonna put it down here under my desk because I'm putting other stuff on this wall. This just cannot fly. That train looks horrendous because my train doesn't look like that. The Cloucotive train does not look like this. That is an imposter. By putting it somewhere, it's going to be down here with this one, this plain looking one right here. There is some other ones down here, but yeah. See you later.
Maybe for like a little bit of spice.
I keep forgetting that my freaking.
Now I know this is supposed to be sad beige, so there's really no color in here.
I keep forgetting that I can just that my phone just randomly starts recording. Like if I stay in front of my camera for a long time, not even without putting up my hand like this, it just starts recording. I'm just gonna keep it simple for today because this is like days later. I'm probably gonna record this in bits and pieces. I had a terrible migraine, but that's beside the point. Wait, over here. Grab these. I feel like the ears are too long. Okay. I'm gonna keep things simple today because I'm trying to stay off my phone. So out of this whole thing here, the kit that we were supposed to be doing, I think I'm just going to focus on the flowers and the bow and the snout and maybe even the snout, flowers, and the bow is what I'm just gonna focus on because the inner ears from this picture alone is gonna take a while, and I feel like the bow and the flowers and the snout won't take too long. This is the yarn for the snout, the pink and the blue. The pink and the blue for the flowers, but this blue is also for the ears, and then we have these two. This one is for the eyes, and this one is for the center of the flowers. And I think this pink is also for the bow, which it does not look like it's going to be enough, but yarn is surprising. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. I already have it folded so that I can focus just on those. I think I'll do the snout first. And after I eventually get done with these, whether that's today or later, I'm gonna do these kits next before I tackle the ears, because the round part is already done. And one is a star and one is some type of animal. I forgot. I already showed you guys in the beginning, so you guys will see that later. I'm gonna go watch Catherine as I make these things.
Tunnels. So they're like, why don't we just make a safe tunnel for them to go in and come back out, and we can charge them for this and make some money since it's so popular. And that's what they did. So now we can actually get a tour of this place.
Come with me to visit the Paris catacombs.
A photo shoot? How did this become a thing though? Like, how are we romanticizing going into like this insane place of just dead people, bones, and we're like, guys, look at how cute. What the dog doing? Oh my god, now you have to start crawling. A little respect. What the dog doing? probably won't find it.
With Olay Intensely Hydrating Lotion.
In 1776, America made a promise. In
Discuss that now. So I went to Sprouts. It's convenient for me. I like their produce. I kind of know that they're. She's gorgeous. Let's also put some seeds. Oh, if I cooked them, I could make them much smaller, take up less space. But I don't feel like doing that right now. Here we are, and I only draw.
Ooh, this lighting is not great. So, what's today? Today is the 18th. I'm sure you guys already saw the footage of me making everything. Okay, well, I messed up the flowers, but do I care? No, I don't. I also I'm about to make this bow, but I think I'm going to abandon the bow because I'm learning a new stitch. It's called the Afghan stitch, which I did mention way earlier in my video. And I was right to have that reaction because that stitch is like knitting. I never knitted before, but that stitch is like knitting, and with what they're telling me to do on the kit, I don't know how I feel about it. So, and usually when you're learning a new stitch, that's something you do not during the project. So I think I'm just gonna abandon the bow and come back to it like maybe after I'm literally done making the whole thing itself. But other than that, I think I'm done making everything. The only thing I have to make next is the ears, which I'm probably not gonna do today. But you know, now we're in my original spot. Well, this is where I talk, as in like this is the spot where I yap. But you know what? Who's to say this is the spot where I yap, right? I feel like I'm too quiet, but no, I'm done. I got these chopped flowers, right? They're chopped, but like it's going on a basket. I already made an OC out of her, Maple. You guys saw her. I had to use Lily's story. Well, it's not exactly Lily's story. I think it's Lily's diary. That's the app. And then this is the snout, which I didn't think the snout was going to be this small based on the picture. I thought it was going to be bigger than that. But you know what? For how the way I made it, because I didn't follow the what's the name, so I made it differently. Instead of just following the kit, which that kind of defeats the whole purpose. But I wanted to make it a little bigger to fit stuff in there. But the snout fits for what I did with it. I think it's cute. But yeah, that's all I really had to do. Those are there. And then we have this is literally all we had left. We had the snout. I showed you guys the snout. You guys cannot see those words from all the way over here. I did the flowers, even though they're chopped as shit. And my phone is on 5%. Oh, that's so great. Let me just be quick. The bow I'm abandoning because that is absolutely ass, and that's actually so disgusting how I have to do all that. Yep, the next thing I have to do is the ears and the in-ears. So I'll see you guys when I go do that. Because everything else is just ass. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I am not going to record footage of me making the bunny ears because I feel like it's going to be another task. I feel like I just don't feel like recording. But I will show you the finished product, and I will record footage of me making the other two kits. But I think it's just another, basket situation with the ears. And I don't know how much space I might have in this phone. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll see you. Yep. All right. I've been losing my mind. I butchered the absolute shit out of this kit. Like I said at the beginning, I'm splitting this into 2 parts. So these 2, which they're quick, the other video is going to be really short. But I'm going to make these next video. This shit, I'm finally done. So to be honest, I don't think I can even really properly rate the kit. First of all, the first thing I want to say is that the basket itself was very tedious. It took so long. Especially since, like, I had to do single crochet. It's not like it was half double crochet, triple crochet, where it's a little longer than a single crochet. It took so long, this thing. And since it took so long, I made it, you know, I changed a lot of things. Like, it's not tall and short like this. It's wide and short. So yeah, the ears, same thing. Not that bad, but I did butcher the shit out of it. Instead of doing 60, making the ears really long and everything, you know, it's not there. That what is it called? It's called an Afghan stitch. I'm not actually sitting up. That's so silly. See, it's sitting up. I put it down and it's sitting up. Anyways, like I was trying to say, that Afghan stitch, I've been working on this for so long, since I think last month, even the month before that. And not only was the basket tedious, but the ears, they weren't that bad. I will say that the ears weren't that bad, but I had to literally just do something else because that Afghan stitch was, I couldn't comprehend it in the moment. And with this basket taking so long, I didn't feel like trying to learn, like I didn't want to learn a new stitch is what I'm trying to say. I didn't feel like learning a new stitch. Okay? The only stitch that was really fun to learn was the crab stitch. It was pretty cool. The inner ear part, I did it differently. Instead, I just chained 6, and then after I chained 6, I chained 7 so that I can crochet into 6. I chained 7. After I chained 7, I crocheted, put the hook into the hoops after that, and then continued in a row. But the ears weren't that bad. The snout, easy. Flowers, also butchered. They look like chopped ass, like, but I don't care. This is my stuff. It's not like I'm giving it to somebody. The bow I didn't even make because it's using that stupid Afghan stitch. And I didn't feel like learning a new stitch after taking so many days to finish this damn basket itself. So yeah, a lot of these things are butchered. The ears are butchered. They're not as big as they're supposed to be. The basket itself is butchered because I wanted to make it wider. That's my doing. So if I had to really rate this kit, I'm not gonna give it a rating. I'm not giving it a rating because I strayed off the path so hard. But also I feel like there's a different way you can make a basket without having to do this single crochet stitch. It takes so long. I get it, you're trying to make it nice and tight and small and petite. Like never again. I would figure out another way to make a basket. Single crochet the whole time to make basically almost everything is so tedious. It's so repetitive. I kept getting bored so quickly, and I love crocheting. Like, this is where I'm ending the video. That's why I didn't show the rest of my progress. I didn't put the eyeballs on here. And since I made it more wider and not that tall, the nose don't fit on there. But that's my doing. But again, I don't care because it's my stuff. I just want to put my things inside of there because I wanted to get rid of my things. Now I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. See the ears? Those are the ears. That's the snout. And that... Ooh. And those are the flowers. The bow's not there. The eyeballs closed are not there either. And to be honest, I'm not putting that shit on there. I know what it's supposed to look like. I just want to be done with it. Done. Instead of stitching everything onto the basket, stitching everything, all the pieces together on it, I literally hot glued that shit. Thank God I found some more glue sticks in my bag. I'm done. I'm done with the project. I'm done with this kit. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't even want to look at it anymore. I don't even want to see it out in the open in my room anymore. Like, when I work on a project for too long, it just makes me feel crazy. Like, I can definitely finish projects. Like, I literally made my own pair of shorts. But like, other than that, I'm done. This is the end of the video. I'll see you guys in part 2.